Hi, it's Nick Viall here, and I am going to be tortured by Cosmo going over some of the articles that have been stacking up about me, so that should be super fun. Let's see. January Jones is dating Bachelor Nick Viall. I mean, you know, what do you want me to say? I've made my mistakes of kissing and telling in the past, so, you know, I'm just going to... I think she said something about that.
Who was it?
Nick Viall. You don't know if you like him or if he's a scumbag, and I think that's why I'm attracted to him.
I'm fortunate enough to still be calling her a friend, and all the time I spent with her was truly wonderful. I mean, I'll be honest, I see some sources in articles that don't even relate to me, and I'm like, I know that's not true. I know that's not, you know, like, there's a bunch of stuff, even when it has nothing to do with me, I'm just like, a source? Yeah, January is someone that we definitely spent some time together. She's great, and I don't know who that source was. I can assure you it wasn't me, and I'm 99.999% sure it wasn't January. When it comes to my personal dating life, I've been really private. I mean, I've dated a handful of wonderful women over the years, none of which really got out, and that was only because there was really nothing to talk about. You know, it was like we were dating. It's early, you know, like you're getting to know each other. And so I personally didn't feel like I needed to announce every time I was going on a second, third, fourth, or fifth date, or if I'd been hanging out with someone for a few months. I don't see the point of that. Nick Viall and his new girlfriend, Natalie Joy, head out for a hike at Runyon Canyon after making their relationship official on Instagram. This is from February of 2000. Well, this is like a week ago. Well, I gotta say, I didn't realize we made our relationship official on Instagram. I know that Natalie posted an Instagram story of me playing virtual reality, and I don't know, maybe we didn't put much thought into it, but we were a little bummed out that was our apparently coming out party. Like, really? That was us being Instagram official? It's like, you know, well, if we knew you were gonna call it that, we would have done something else, but I don't know. Yeah, we went hiking, and actually that was when literally a paparazzi jumped out of a bush and snapped those pictures. Engaged, Nick Viall caught enjoying an intimate date with Ashley Iaconetti. This is from 2017. We're going further back, July. I mean, that's just laughable. I'm sure I had dinner with Ashley. I've had plenty of dinners with Ashley. She is a friend. I wouldn't have called it a date, and now that she's married to another dear friend of mine. Yeah, I guess in that world it makes sense. If you're the Bachelor and you happen to be talking to anyone who's not a guy, people assume that you clearly must be on a date or having sex. But Ashley is just a dear friend, as she is platonic as a friend as any male friend that I have. There's a couple pictures of me of like just gnawing on a sandwich. I didn't see them take the pictures. I just saw a photo of me just giant sandwich just stuffed in my face, which I mean, clearly I called it the paparazzi to take that picture. It was really flattering. You know, I don't know, like in recently when the paparazzi were hanging out outside of my place to kind of catch a glimpse of my girlfriend and I, that was a bit intrusive. I mean, that wasn't my favorite moment. Like they'll first jump out and like startle you and take a bunch of pictures, and then they'll just well, have a good day. You're like, I guess. You feel sometimes it feels very violating, you know? Nick claps back after fans tell him, please gain weight. This was from not too long ago. It was this summer, 2020. Yeah, I mean, I took a photo, thought I looked sexy, you know, thought I'd share it with the gram. And I was shocked by the amount of people who were critiquing my appearance. And for the first time, I guess maybe, you know, I felt bad, but, you know, we always hear about women being body shamed for things. And it was just like, you know, I've always been someone who's been very confident and, you know, with my physique and my wellness. And it was like a vulnerable, like, wow, that really hurt. Like, I felt very defensive. It hurt my feelings. I felt like I needed to justify myself, and I'm like, I felt like I needed to post a video of me pigging out on, you know, some sort of food. It was kind of a vulnerable thing, so I felt like it made sense for me to acknowledge that, you know, especially given my audience and the things out there, to say, hey, if this can bother me, someone who's very confident, you know, taking his shirt off, imagine someone, just be careful with your words, I guess, is, you know, always. But either way, I still stand by that I thought I was in pretty good shape. Everyone cares to a certain degree. Everyone's human. Everyone has feelings, and whether they hide it or not, they all care. We all care. Bachelor Nick Viall says he's not trying to date Demi Burnett. This is from November 19th of 2019. Once again, yes, also definitely not. Demi is a dear friend. I can say I love her just as much as I love Ashley I. Again, very platonically. I know Demi has joked in the past on interviews that she used to always try to make out with me. Which is true, but I would be quick to turn that down just because I valued our friendship and this is not going anywhere. And, after Vanessa, I just kind of made an active and conscious choice to not date in the Bachelor dating pool. Not because there weren't great women, but I just wasn't interested in casually dating in that pool. And unless I met someone that I thought I could really build a foundation with, I thought it would best that I just not, have hot makeouts for fun with anyone, let alone people I consider dear friends. So, Bachelor versus Bachelor. Nick Viall mocks Peter Weber's face injury with Halloween costume. I mean, mocks is a strong word. I consider Peter a friend. We've been told that we have some similar resemblance. I didn't know what I should dress up as Halloween. Demi Lovato invited me to her Halloween party, and I was like, I need a costume, and I'm not a costume planner, and I was like, I'll go as Pete. And honestly, it cost $30. I bought like a pilot t-shirt on Amazon, put a Band-Aid on my face, and honestly, it crushed. One of the best costumes I've ever had. But I would say, Nick, if I were to adjust that headline to be more accurate, is Nick Viall inspired by Peter Weber's injury for Halloween costume. I think they are very clickbaity. I think they are, they can be very misleading. I'll tell you what, when a headline actually gives you the payoff that you hope, it's as satisfying as anything that you would find to be very satisfying. But often it doesn't. Often you know it too. It's like, you know what, they're gonna waste my time with this, but I'm a sucker. Click. I've become really good at not looking myself up or not Googling myself. I can't say that I've never done it. I can't say that I haven't fallen trap, but I'm pretty sure I'm better than many of my peers who have been on The Bachelor. It's just a tough lesson to learn. I mean, I don't care who you are or how much you think people like you. It only takes one snarky comment to ruin your day, and I think it's just best to not have an overinflated sense of self or a false negative thought of yourself based off of the opinions of others, or certainly from some sort of clickbait. So I do a pretty good job of staying away from that. This is totally gonna ruin my day, by the way. I'm just kidding, it'll be fine. Did Nick Viall and Peta do the best Dancing with the Stars rumba? That's weird, that reads weird, doesn't it not? Do the best Dancing with the Stars rumba. Are they saying that we did the best rumba in the history of Dancing with the Stars? Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't seen all the rumbas performed on Dance with the Stars, but I can assure you, ours wasn't the best. I'm sure Peta had a better rumba somewhere. That was probably our best dance. I thought it was probably my best dance, but I know there were plenty of better dances than mine. But it was a really great time. It's a memory I'll always cherish. All right, let's read it. Did Nick Viall and Peta Murgatroyd do the best Dancing with the Stars rumba? The Bachelor star was a nearly engaged heartthrob whose presence on season 24 of Dancing with the Stars sent viewers into a frenzy. Did my mom write this? Although his rumba was a much talked about dance that netted him and his partner a 30 out of 40, it was hardly the best in ballroom history. Okay, that seems accurate. At first I thought my mom was writing it. It seemed I was getting too many compliments. Rumor crushed it on Dancing with the Stars. I mean, she's a friend. I before we were friends, I used to watch her dances on YouTube. She was fantastic. Nick Viall reveals he's fantasized about another career path. That was 2020 of this year. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I used to sell software. Who wouldn't fantasize about another career path if they sold software? I love what I'm doing now. I feel very grateful. I mean, I have the Viall Files and podcasting, and I'm doing some acting and hosting, and rewind 10 years ago, I never would have imagined I'd be sitting here now owning my own show and talking to Cosmo about articles from Dancing with the Stars. It's fairly surreal, and I feel very blessed and grateful for it. And no disrespect to my software selling days, I'm happier now. Nick Viall from The Bachelor, where is he now? Well, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm doing the things. I'm in LA, bought a house. It's always weird to read those articles. It's like, oh, do people not know? Do they think I'm dead? Do I need to do something crazy? The parents are the worst. I mean, parents are the best, but it's always mom sending you an article or a cousin and be like, hey, I saw this. And you're like, what do you want me to say? I don't know how most kids are. Parents always want to know what you're up to, and I'm like, nothing, you know? Because that's how, you know, like, what's new? I'm like, I don't know, I do the same, nothing. Don't Google yourself, you know? Future actors and Bachelor contestants alike, you know? Just let the other people have fun with this stuff. Thanks for listening. Don't Google yourself. Goodbye. It's been fun. I don't know if no one knows this, but I mean, if you're looking for a crazy fun snack and you like pickles and peanut butter and toast, you throw them all together and you're welcome. It's delicious.